UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson takes his push for Brexit to the Constitutional Court as he faces threats of arrests by opposition groups. One America's Kristian Rouz has more on the rising tensions.
My advice to the Prime Minister is don't go up to Scotland. You're liable to face a citizen's arrest.
A British opposition group is threatening to arrest Prime Minister Boris Johnson over his decision to suspend Parliament for 5 weeks. The statement was made by the trade union Unite Wednesday after a Scottish court ruled dismissing Parliament, despite being a routine annual procedure, was illegal this time. The Johnson cabinet has already challenged the ruling in constitutional court, but the Labour Party appears to endorse the calls to arrest Johnson.
We will continue to press for Parliament to be recalled so that we can question the Prime Minister onto why he seems still unable to give an undertaking that he will abide by the European law that we passed last week.
Despite a series of setbacks in Parliament over the past few days, Johnson has reiterated he will not ask the EU to extend the Brexit deadline, and a no-deal Brexit could happen on October the 31st. He says, however, he's still open to striking a deal with Brussels if the EU agrees to change their course. In a video address Wednesday, Johnson hinted just why the pro-EU opposition is so determined to take down his cabinet. The issue being money.
The longer we stay in the EU, the more money we squander. £250 million every week, pointlessly going to Brussels for every week, the more that we stay in the EU.
The opposition is accusing Johnson of misleading the Queen on the true reasons behind the suspension of Parliament. They suggest it was done to prevent debates of no deal, while the Prime Minister has insisted the move was technical routine. The battle will now continue in constitutional court, but experts say Johnson's actual arrest is unlikely.
I don't know if there's any way in which someone could be sanctioned for lying to the Queen or misleading the Queen.
In the meantime, a new poll by The Telegraph has found 54% of Britons support Johnson's push to finally deliver on the results of the 2016 referendum. This may suggest Johnson has public mandates to carry on with his do-or-die Brexit next month, but faces procedural obstruction.
Anybody who says it's all this stuff about it being anti-democratic, I mean, donnez-moi un break. What a load of nonsense.
Yet the Labour opposition has recently upped the stakes, warning of possible public disorder in case of a no deal, suggesting the coming few weeks could become the toughest last stretch of the Brexit process. Kristian, Rouz, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.